Good morning and happy hump day. We have a very special guest today, you guys.
Today's guest interview is with Boogie.
Boogie, do you wanna tell us how you are planning on making money?
Yeah, Mama. So Mama E was busting my balls one day, even though I don't have any, and she was saying you need to make some money because you like eat a lot, and you destroy every toy you get, and so you have to make some money. And so I said, fine, Mama. Me's going to have a kissing booth.
Boogie.
Me's is going to have a kissing booth.
Who in here would want to kiss Boogie?
Who would pay to kiss Boogie? Look at that handsome face.
Boogie.
Boogie, Mom, I love you. He's so just like...
Is that $1 for every kiss that I give you?
How much would you pay to kiss Boogie?
Boogie!
He's being such a shrimp. Sir?
Would you kiss Boogie? Would you kiss Boogie if Boogie had a kissing booth? It's not a booth, it's a booth.
Booth. It's Boogie language.
Boogie language. He has his own language.
In Boogie language, it's a kissing booth.
I told him, I'm like, Boogie, why don't you write a book called Boogie Language?
All the dogs can know how to speak Boogie language. Right?
Let's see who will want to kiss Boogie.
So precious.
Let's see who will want to kiss Boogie. Will you want to kiss Boogie?
Good morning.
How about win an entire day with Mr. Boogie? Boogie, would you want to go out on a date too, or just like a quick one? What works better for your schedule?
Would you like a full day date or a quickie?
Only if it's going to involve eat
and play.
And play with balls.
With ball.
Balls.
Ball is life.
Do you guys know that when we take him to Dog Beach, which is like his favorite, like it's like his theme park.
Muscle Beach.
And so in SoCal, there's like a lot of volleyball
oh my gosh.
courts, like sand courts, because beach volleyball is like a thing here. Basically in every beach. So whenever like we take him to his beach, there are like beach volleyball courts. And whenever he sees people play, he gets so much freaking FOMO. He starts crying and yelling and throwing a fit and attacking kids. He actually, like in a loving
he tries
way,
to attack the ball.
Yes,
and the kid gets in the way.
Right, like the kid is his size, and like he's got like hops for days, and the kid's like
nobody expects it, and he just leaps at you. You're like.
We're like, excuse us, our son is quite obsessed with balls.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see who would want to. Let's say good morning.
Yeah,
first.
you're scrolling.
Good
fast.
morning. I know.
Andy, Jean Marie,
Emily, congratulations. Molly. Lauren, Ashley, Kayla, Daisy, congratulations as well.
Brittany,
Mandy.
you're skipping people.
Oh, good morning, Brittany. Shit, I apologize.
Mandy
Good morning,
K.
Mandy. It's been a minute. Good morning, Maureen, Nakaya, Tiffany,
Michelle,
Jeanette. Good morning.
Wait, what did you say?
Just what a girl on crutches needs to see. Why are you on crutches?
Her knee.
Oh. Good morning,
Wednesday,
Crystal. Wealthy Wednesday. That's right, baby. Good morning, Michelle. I think we said.
And Tammy and
Renee. Is that a new name? Renee, if this is your very first episode, then please drop a comment. Tell us where you're from. Good morning, Jerry.
Who will kiss him? Me.
Okay.
Up. Jeanette.
Jeanette will kiss him. Kayla will kiss him. Tiffany would kiss you, Boogie. Molly would kiss you.
You're making so
You're
much
already
money
up to
already.
$4, Boogie. Mandy, 5. Ashley wants a kiss and cuddle. Do you have a VIP service, Boogie?
Extra $5.
So
Boogie
5.
kiss. Name your price, young man.
6. 7. Good morning, Kristen, St. Louis. Emily, 8. Maureen, 9. Good morning, June Ellen. Michelle, 10. Beth,
Who else
good
wants
morning.
a VIP snuggle
11.
experience?
12. Damn, Boogie, you killing
me,
it,
pick
bro.
me, pick me. Is this
13, 14,
Is this
15.
legal? Is this legal to sell your dog's kisses and snuggles on the internet?
He's selling himself right now. What are you talking about? So we're up to 14.
You are such a good salesman.
Tina wants to take him for the day. Boogie, VIP plus.
Boogie, why don't you look at them? You don't want to see you.
June Ellen wants a fun day too.
Everybody couldn't see Boogie face.
Oh, Michelle says that she'll be cheating on her pity and she can't do that. Boogie understands. He understands.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama.
Set him up with Callie. Oh my gosh.
You know, Auntie
Renee's
Mandy will
from
squeeze
Davis,
you.
Cali. I love it.
I don't even know where that is.
Oh, Davis is in NorCal. Isn't Davis in NorCal? Mandy, we're up to 16. Stacy, 17.
I think, Boogie, you made $100 today.
Boogie! Boogie, so how do you do what you do?
Does anybody know his real name? Who knows Boogie's real name? I think Jeanette. Actually, there's probably several people. Okay,
Boogie will go out with you for a steak dinner if you know his real name.
So let's have our money conversation now that Boogie's made $100.
I love it. Okay, so
By Sacramento, got it.
So we hope that you like today's opener for the episode because today is Wealthy Wednesday and it is, yeah, they know it.
Yeah, you guys know it.
Sorry,
they know you.
Yeah, but he likes Boogie better.
Yeah.
So last week, was it last week? Yes, we had an episode last Wednesday. We didn't have one on Thursday because we got married. But last week we talked about money-making rule number 1, okay, which is basically, to give you a 1-sentence recap, is, have one stream of income, okay? And today's...
One stream?
Make sure that you have a consistent stream of income.
Consistent stream, rule number 1.
Yeah, like have an income. Have an income that you are earning, not relying on the government, because that is relying on an external source.
That's like giving somebody else control over your fitness goals. Mm-hmm. Saying, here, exercise for me and work out for me and eat well for me, and I'll trust you to get me the results.
So now, raise your hand if you're already following this rule. Okay, that is rule number 1. If you ain't following it, then you need to start there. Okay, it's kind of like the Monopoly game. When you start, it's like, you are here, right? So like, who is already like on level 1? Okay, raise your hand, give us an emoji like a ooh.
What emoji is that?
I do it all the time. The 2 hands, like amen, amen, hallelujah. Or like,
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Because there's also this one.
So Nakaya is playing the game. Beth is playing the game. Emily is playing the game. Ivana is playing the game.
I want to say something about these emojis. When you raise your hand, does
Andy's
your hand only go to here?
Jeanette's playing the game. June Ellen's playing the game. Amazing. So, like, you guys are go-getters, right? If you're playing level number 1, then that tells us that you are taking full responsibility for your life, okay? Which is why you're here, because we only love talking to go-getters. You know what? If you're not a go-getter, but you'd like to be one, then we're sending you love as well, and we hope that you stick around, because you will become a go-getter the more you listen to this show. But, okay, rule number 2, okay? I'm going to ask you guys a question. Who is interested in making more money? If you knew that you could make more money, would you be interested in collecting more money each month? Say me.
Pardon me. My shirt is...
Who wants to make more money? I don't know about you all, but I always do.
More
Kayla
money, more
does.
problems?
Kayla does. Problems are a good thing, though.
More money, more problems.
Beth said everyone wants to want more money. I would hope so, but you would be surprised, Beth. The people who are not playing rule number 1, they don't want more money. They don't. Okay, awesome. So you guys want more money. So that's what rule number 2 is going to be all about.
I saw something today, and it was the difference between, it's like there's a lot of hoping and very little something else. Like there's a lot of hoping but very little action taking or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of people hope or want or wish or whatever that X, Y, or Z is going to happen, but very few people actually take action to make it happen.
Okay, so money making rule number 2 is basically all with regards to how you can make more money. Okay, so it sounds as if we're all on the same page. Now, let's talk about how do we do that, right? So now, on social media, like we see all these like business gurus a lot of times saying, become a millionaire in 90 days or broke to $1 million in 1 year, right? Like you see all these things and like it makes us think that, it gives us the perception in the 21st century, just like with weight loss, right? Like lose 30 pounds in 30 days. And yes, you can actually do that, right? However,
Just
that
cut
is
your leg off.
that is not the norm. That's a good strategy for like 3 minutes. Hey, but though there are always exceptions, okay, you want to follow like a proven strategy that works. Normally proven strategies that work for sure, okay, are not, with regards to this will work fast. It's about this will work for sure, right? In order for you to make more money is you need to focus on increments, right? So for one, the most important thing, right, with regards to making more money is you gotta set goals, right? It's just like with weight loss. I truly believe that, one of the biggest misconceptions within, the weight loss industry in general is people don't talk about the concept of goal setting. And goal setting is an art and a science in and of itself. And if you don't do goal setting, then you never have a roadmap. And if you don't have a roadmap, look, when you get on the road, accidents are gonna happen, like shit's gonna start downpouring, it might start snowing and your car is not ready for it.
It might do that anyways, but it's just a matter of, are you prepared for it or not?
Like you have to be prepared for it, right?
We're gonna go here.
Yeah.
Things are getting crazy with the lighting right now.
So you gotta have a roadmap, but the most, what we want to talk to you guys about, with money, just like with regards for weight loss is, we want to give you guys strategies that will help you to accomplish that for sure, right? Like, kind of like give you a bulletproof strategy. So you got to set some goals, because here's the thing. If you don't set any goals, then one thing is for sure, is that over time, you're going to start dwindling down, right? You're going to fall backwards, right? I mean, look, coronavirus hit so many people, which is so unfortunate, but that is because they didn't have a for sure game plan. Now, some people didn't have a for sure game plan, but they adapted fast because they're go-getters. So, they've gone themselves back up to where they were beforehand, right? But the ones who don't set any goals, right, who don't adapt fast to what life throws at us, because life is always going to throw at us something, and that's why we always talk about it, in our weight loss program. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you fail to plan, in your kitchen, your diet's going to be shitty for the week, right? If you fail to plan, your money goals, then you're going to struggle, right? Because it's only a matter of time until something is going to happen. The reality is that bad things happen to good people, and it's unfortunate, but that's a part of life, right? So what can you do, right? If you are a go-getter, you know that it is your obligation to be successful, right? And you're already practicing rule number 1.
Well, depending on what you want in life. Now, the life that you want to live and the amount of hunger you have for that is going to determine the amount of action you take and the amount of, the amount of excuses you make.
100%.
And just to be transparent too, like, I wouldn't even call us business gurus or professionals. I mean, professionals, yes. Gurus, no. Because we're still learning things too, and though we've made it a good distance, we're nowhere close to where we want to be.
No.
And even with that being said, is like, eventually we will, and then we're going to start teaching people how to create and run their own businesses. But right now, we want to share with you all of the learning experiences that we've had up until this point. And let me tell you, when we left our jobs over 2.5 years ago.
No, just exactly over 2 years ago. For me, it was June 2018.
Me, it was March.
No,
Okay.
May.
April?
May.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, 2.5 years ago. Two
and a little bit ago.
We started our business 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
But then we quit our jobs about 2 years ago. So when we did that, we had actually zero idea of how to make money without working for somebody else. Now, when you're working for somebody else, that is one stream of income, right? You have an income, and that's awesome. And if you love your job, then there's no harm or foul in working for somebody else. Great. Like, not everybody will be their own boss, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, if you want multiple streams of income, you're either going to just have however many jobs you're going to continue trading your time for, and I don't know anybody who's had more than 3 jobs. Like, you just physically can't spread yourself any thinner. Or you've got to find a way to make more money on your own without working for somebody else. Mm-hmm. And so this is where our experiences come in and what we've learned and how hopefully we can help within this regard. But it's important for you to know that we're sharing our experiences with you, and we're still learning this game too. We're just maybe a few steps ahead or a few steps behind. We don't even know where all of y'all are at. But the goal is how to create more streams of income without having to spread yourself so thin on time by just having a lot of jobs where you're getting paid from other people.
Yeah. So you gotta have a plan, right? And you gotta focus on increments, right? Like, when I see like these blatant statements and there is no story behind it with regards to increments, like, it's an attention grabber and it's cool, but like, how realistic is it for most people to achieve? I'm not saying that it's not realistic for people to achieve. It's just like, I don't know what I just said, but you want to have a plan that's realistic, okay? And in order for you to do that, like, you have to focus on increments. So let's say that right now, okay, let's say you make $5,000 each month, right? Like, setting a goal to, make $10,000 is amazing per month, right? However, right, expecting yourself to do that, like, within 1 week or 1 month is not very realistic, right? So, like, you want to focus on small increments, and over time that will compound, right? I will say that every single, like, for one, you want to have a goal, and based off of where you're at, you want to keep pushing the bar just a little bit, right? So maybe your goal for next month, you make $5,000 each month. Your goal for next month is, okay, so next month I'm going to focus on increasing my income by 5%. See where I'm going with that? And making it a goal that within 1 year, you're going to be consistently be able to produce 5% more each month, right? So now within 30 days, it doesn't seem like, there's a big difference, right? We're only talking about $250. And by the way, that is actually a lot, right? But like, if you are consistent with that roadmap and you keep increasing your income by $250 each month, where do you think you're going to be in 1 year? What is 250 times 12? That's like almost $3,000, right?
But this is the part where you get to get creative and you get to use your imagination.
250 times
And
12. $3,000. You go from $5,000 a month to $8,000 a month in 1 year. Is that bad? Right? But like, think about, where you could be in 5 years, right? So you gotta have a roadmap, because the roadmap will tell you what is the expectation, right? Like, it will give you an expectation. Now, what we're gonna talk about next is the house. Like, okay, Sri, but like, how do I get there, right? So now, the way in which you make your main source of income right now is either through your job, if you're an employee, or from your business, if you're either like self-employed or a business owner, right? So, if you're an employee, right, like, there's a couple routes we can take, and if you're a business owner, there's a couple routes you can take. Also, you can kind of like harmonize the two. You could be an employee and you can start a side gig. But if you're an employee, the best way to start is, for one, you want to do whatever it takes to like get to a point where you cap the ceiling with regards to how much money you can make in that specific job. So like, back in the day, 2 years ago, when we were working at Equinox, right, we got ourselves to a point where we went through all the levels, right, to be like the highest tiered trainers, right, so that we could make the most amount of money possible at Equinox. Okay, so we went through all the levels. So on an hourly basis, right, we made, I think, like $60 an hour, and of course that's pre-tax. And we also made sure to cap ourselves to a way where we can acquire as many bonuses as possible without jeopardizing our own well-being, right? So like, we reached the ceiling, right? So like, if you're an employee, what you want to do is, first, you want to reach the ceiling, right? And what you want to do after that is you want to start focusing on different streams of income, right? So like, for us, it made sense to start our own business because, for one, our mission was very big, right? We could only help, like, let's say up to 8 people a day, right? And that is if we were like fully booked on the books, okay? 8 personal training 1-hour sessions a day is a lot.
Which is a lot.
It's a shit ton for a personal trainer, and you're like, only helping 8 people.
Imagine giving energy to 8 different personalities.
Yeah.
Like, one-on-one for an entire hour.
Right. It's so, like, from an energy standpoint and from a time standpoint, it was extremely ineffective. Okay, and we were like, okay, it's not in alignment. Also, because Equinox is like this very prestigious training facility, they had many rules and regulations that, disabled us from doing like other side gigs, because it'll be considered like,
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, which you have to sign an agreement for. So we were like, okay, well, what do we do, right? So of course we went against the stream, and we took an extremely like risky decision, which, looking back, I'm kind of happy about the fact that we didn't know all the things that we knew now, because rationally, like, nothing made sense. Like, God had everything to do with it and where we are today, and why we're, fortunate enough to be speaking with 38 people live at 6:30 in the morning, because, man, we didn't know tit about tat. Let's just put it this way.
We didn't know what tits are or tats are.
Yeah. And it cost us a lot of money and a lot of time. But you know what? We learned from it, right? So if you're an employee, you want to cap the ceiling, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to start looking at, okay, so let's say if this is your pipeline, your main vessel, right?
Like, did you just do that?
Yeah. So like you want to fill up that vessel, right? And what you want to do afterwards is now you want to like start adding other streams to the main vessel.
Fill it up and add to the stream.
If you're an employee, now, if you're an employee, right, unless you have a sales job, and we'll talk about that, right? By the way, who has a sales job in here? Say badass at sales.
Say sales queen.
Sales queen, yes, I love it. Then what you want to do next is you want to start adding other streams of income, right? Because with your main gig, that's it. Like you reach the top, right? So, my recommendation for you, Karen, your sales queen, I love it. So what you'd want to do next, okay, is you'll want to start focusing on other means that could provide you with an incremental increase, because obviously the main vessel is capped, right? Like it cannot like hold on any more blood. So now you're going to add other veins, right? Does that make sense? So that, you can do it in different ways, right? You can either pick up another job, which to be honest, I would not say it. I mean, unless it's like a short-term strategy, if you pick up another job, here's the thing, it's going to take more time, right? And as far as I'm concerned, like you always, with regards to anything in life, whether it's weight loss, whether it's money strategy, you want to have a sustainable strategy. If you're going to burn yourself out 1 year from now, and you're going to cut off that new vein that you're starting, then what's the point of starting it anyways, right? And as you guys know, we support MLMs. X Endurance is now, and not all of them.
We support a supplement company, and they happen to be a
but the idea of MLMs, like we support that idea, right? So like this...
the business model itself is genius.
Yes. So like what you can do now is you can maybe get into an MLM, right? Where you can sell a product that, in order for you to be successful at that, you have to truly believe in.
And I know there's some people who are here who are like, yeah, great. And then there's some people here who are like, oh, MLMs, I'm turning this video off. Listen, if you think about it, any company is multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Any company. Yeah. There's an owner, there's CEOs, CFOs, COOs, whoever, then there's the people, then there's the managers and the people under there, there's the employees under there. It's all a pyramid. Doesn't mean it's a scheme, because a scheme is a nasty, dirty, cheating trick. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe, I believe if any multi-level marketing company is doing that, they will no longer be multi-level marketing company. But also, I believe that a lot of reason that MLMs get a bad rap is because there are snaky people within the system, and you can't prevent that. All you could do is not be the snaky person. So if you've ever heard us talk about X Endurance, yes, they're a multi-level marketing company. Yes, if you purchase, we benefit in one way or another. But most of the time, somebody else who's on our team somewhere down the line is benefiting even more because they're the ones getting paid the commission for it. Yeah. So how is that beautiful? Is that we're motivated to help the other people who are on our team somewhere connected to us, because it does then in the long run benefit us. Right? And that's beautiful. And it's the same thing with the owner of a company wants to lead the people who are leading the other people within the company so that the whole thing works well.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really about leadership, and it's about helping somebody else. And if you can do a deal and everybody wins, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So when you sell a supplement to somebody for their joints and they feel better, they win. If somebody gets paid for it, great, that person wins. And then if we're the ones that got somebody else to pay for it and then they helped us, somehow we win. Amazing. Yeah. How is there anything wrong with that situation?
Yeah.
So if you have a bad taste in your mouth about multi-level marketing companies, it's probably because you had a bad experience. Somebody probably DM'd you or messaged you and was like,
gosh.
oh, hey girl, I see you're into fitness. How about you buy this shit? And you're like, ugh.
We get that shit every single
day. We get Instagram messages. Instagram marketing.
Or
you want to blow up your Instagram?
We want to feature you and blah blah blah. Shut up. No, you don't.
When you can tell it's solely for somebody else's benefit and they want to use you, that just feels gross.
Yeah. When you can tell that somebody's just using a script and copy paste.
Yeah, when somebody says, hey bro, I'm like, did you do your research? Or
you
somebody
actually responded to that.
I did. I was like, you didn't do your research because I'm definitely not bro. And then somebody else messaged me and said, hey Erin, how would you like to get fit in 2020? I was like,
did you look at my photos?
Did you message the right Erin? Anyways.
So I mean, it doesn't have to be multi-level marketing, right? I mean, right now, what's cool is that you can actually like pick up all these gigs that are not like, that are side gigs, but are not like a job where you can work on your own terms, like Lyft, Uber, Instacart, what?
I don't think it's in every state, but they suspended Lyft and Uber in California until November.
No kidding.
Yeah, there's no Lyft or Uber in California.
I had no idea. But like Instacart, right? Like delivering stuff, Amazon.
Dude, my mom is retired and she's driving for Uber Eats just because she fucking loves it. It's amazing.
Because she's like, I want to make more money. I don't know what to do other than grow my
And she's retired and she's making more money being retired than she made working. And she's earning extra because she wants to drive for Uber Eats. Look, my mom turns 60 years old in 8 days. And she's driving for fucking Uber Eats. It's amazing.
And she's loving it. So, the reality is that right now with the internet, it's kind of cool. Like, you don't have to be like a salesperson. We believe that if you're a people's person, like you love talking to people, then like the opportunity with sales is like incredible because sales is all a matter of volume. It's not a matter of time. Now, of course, there is a time and energy investment that goes into it, right? But the potential, like 5-10 years down the line, is incredible.
Can I say,
yeah,
if you believe in something and you enjoy talking to people and helping people, you can sell.
Yeah.
You can sell. As long as somebody needs it. Don't try to sell ice to an Eskimo because an Eskimo doesn't fucking need any ice. But as long as somebody needs it and you truly believe you can help them and you enjoy talking about something that you love that's given you a good experience. The Inner Circle, for example, like went on fire yesterday because people love it and they want to talk about it. Right? If you love something, and it's the other cool thing about X Endurance specifically is that we would be your leaders. And we have just a small community if you haven't noticed. Mm-hmm. So to be able to capitalize on that, like there are many people in this group, Tiffany, Crystal, Tammy, Ashley, Lauren, I'm gonna draw a blank, Sarah. There's so many people capitalizing on our community, making money right now because of our community within X Endurance because they decided to sign up under us. Mm-hmm. So if you have taken the products and you enjoy it, like I didn't mean this to be a sales pitch, but shit, like when you enjoy talking to people and you believe in something, you can sell it.
Right. You're disservicing them if you're not talking about it, right?
Like I feel so convicted that this is a huge opportunity for people. Yeah. So shame on me if I don't say, hey, you might want to consider this. Yeah. Right? And this is not supposed to be about this, but anyways, I totally took the mic.
Yeah. For sure. Or, if you're like, like I would rather just like, listen to like podcasts, or just like listen to you guys on my extra time so that I can make more money. Okay, cool. Like you can drive for Instacart, you can drive for Postmates, you can drive for Lyft or Uber. Like what's beautiful with the internet nowadays is literally the opportunities are endless. The opportunities are endless, but here's the thing. So you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, the increments are just not going to happen, right? Because In order for that to happen, like if you want to make more money, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
You have to be okay with the fact that you're going to have to invest your time and your energy. Both of them.
You have to hustle.
You have to hustle.
It's not easy.
It's not just going to come to you. The only way that money will come to you is once you've gotten yourself to a point where you have passive income from investments coming to you and it's compounding. That's it. Right? But that, in order to get there, right, unless you've been born into like, you know, generational wealth that has like, and you were born with like a real estate portfolio the size of, you know, I don't know, like Rothschild.
Sarit's biceps.
Then you are set for life. And if you want, like, you can wake up at 9 a.m. and not raise a finger and like, you know, live like a king. But until then, okay,
Or
like
queen.
until then, you're gonna have to hustle, right? And you know, my 2 cents with regards to hustling is choose something that's in alignment with what you believe in and who you are. Because think about it, like, in order for you to get to your goals, you're gonna need to spend more time and more energy on it. And looking back at life, you know, let's say even if you just work the typical 9-to-5 job, right? That's like 8 hours a day. Let's say you were to live 100 years. 30 years of your life would be spent working. So at least do something that's kind of like in alignment with who you are, who you want to be. One of the most dreadful things ever is for you to, you know, be at a job that you're at simply because you're doing it for the money and you don't believe in anything with regards to that. Yeah. And you know, I'm telling you that from experience because after I got my master's degree, I was in medical device sales and all I saw was sick people. And I hated that shit because deep down I had a fire for something else, and you know what my mission is. Back then it wasn't fully defined. I had to let it marinate and believe that I was capable of getting there. But every day, like going to work it was such a hassle.
Mm-hmm. And you just dread it.
It was such a hassle. But you know what? Because I have a like no quitter mentality, I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And you know,
sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to suck it up, buttercup.
And an unfortunate event, you know, was actually like came to me as a gift and literally like took me away from that because God and the universe was like, you're not meant to do this. Like, you have a way bigger plan and you're going to change many lives in the way that you believe in. So, you know, I'm going to bring it to you in a very overwhelming way. But if you were in tune enough with the signals that I'm sending you, then you will get on the right path and you will thrive from it. Right? So
that's self-awareness. That's a self-awareness thing and an intuition thing. And sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do so you can get the result that you want to get.
Yeah.
Right? Take a really hard workout, for example. Like, nobody wants to do high intensity intervals because, like, the way that they should be done, because that shit sucks and it hurts and it's hard, but you want the result. Now, eventually, you do want to find yourself in a position. Like, we've had the great fortune of bringing on we have 5 people on our team now, and two coaches, an admin, Tammy, who runs a Facebook page, right? And each of these people like are getting a commission to one degree or another, fulfillment, money, whatever it is, but every single one of them are loving what they're doing. And when you can get to that point, and when you can open your mind and bust open the creative box and say, what do I love doing? And how can I get involved with that and make money in that? Sometimes you don't make money at first. And maybe that's the sacrifice. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you have to make a sacrifice to know that in the long run, you're going to benefit even greater.
Yeah.
Not only in fulfillment, but financially.
Yeah.
So ask yourself, like, what sacrifices are you willing to make? Are you willing to intern somewhere that lights your heart on fire and not get paid for it for a while? Are you willing to leave a comfortable job or something that makes you just feel good or doesn't make you feel...
Makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
We were so comfortable at Equinox, like, before bonuses, making $5,000, right? But I was like, man, this is not how I want to live my life. Like, I can't even have a dog. How the heck will I be able to ever raise a child? I'm like, no, this is not in alignment. I'm scared shitless, but you know,
you took a video the day that you gave your 2 weeks.
I did, and you know what? My phone, the phone that I had back then went berserk. I don't have that video.
No.
I would post that shit. I took it for the sense of showing the truth of how I really felt that moment, because I was like, looking back, I'm gonna need to share this.
Maybe it's on your computer.
It's not.
Oh man. Poop.
It was.
She was like so nervous, shaking. I was too when I did it, but I didn't take a video.
Yeah.
Anyways, sometimes you have to sacrifice something. A lot of times you have to sacrifice something to get what you want. Pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Give and take. And anything that's worth having, you have to climb up the hill for it.
Yeah.
You always have to climb
everything
up
is a climb. Everything in life is a climb. Losing
Everything-
weight is a climb. Making
Everything
money
that you
is a
want
climb.
is a climb.
Yes.
You want to be depressed? You don't have to climb for that. In fact, just sit on the couch.
For 1 hour.
No, just sit on the couch. Maybe eat a bag of chips. Maybe go to the bathroom or scroll on your phone for a couple hours.
Not even 5 minutes.
Play some video games.
Okay,
Do nothing productive.
So you wanna cap out, right, on your main vessel first, right? Make as much money as you can on that one vessel, right? And then you want to start adding more vessels, right? Like not vessels, arteries, right? So whether it's like driving for Uber or Lyft on the weekends, or you know what, you're like, I'm doing the In Motion challenge, and like, you know, man, this joint force is really making me feel so much better, because that shit, like, there's nothing like it.
Do you know how much my parents spend on supplements every month? X-Endurance. And my mom is the most thrifty person. Even if she were to watch this video, Mom, you know. And she will save the pennies, and she
would save Ziploc bags
until there were holes in them, wash them,
yes.
rewash them. Okay, so anyways, there's nothing wrong with rewashing Ziploc bags. But what I'm saying is that when I actually compared fish oil to my mom, I said, look at the financial breakdown of this. Look, you say it's expensive. You have to take 12 of your fish oils to equal the same potency as 2 of these fish oils. So which one is actually more expensive? Especially when you pee half of it into the toilet. And she was like, oh my God. And now she spends like $250 a month for her and my dad. And it's amazing. And guess what? I sign people up under my mom so she can make money too. Awesome.
Yeah.
I get to help my family. It's super gratifying.
Yeah, it's a difference between cost and price. Okay, so like fill up the one vessel with blood and then start adding like small arteries to it. Okay, did you guys know, okay, that the 21st century millionaire has at least 7 streams of income? Okay, like, you guys, that shit doesn't happen by accident, right? Like, they had a plan, right? You want to strive to have one big pipeline, and then, you know, if you're doing it right, you have small pipelines to it, right? And hopefully, right, like, you have good coaches, mentors, right? They teach you the art of scaling and leveraging. Life is all about scaling. It's scaling your time, it's scaling your energy, it's scaling your efforts.
It takes
right?
finesse.
So that now those little arteries can grow and to be, those little capillaries.
Capillaries.
I said it wrong, but you can grow to be bigger vessels, okay? And now you went from like times 1 to times 7, right? But that doesn't happen overnight. Like, that takes a lot of time, effort, and energy, and nobody's gonna go through that shit. The human brain is not gonna go through that shit unless you have a plan. And that's why it's important to have a plan. You don't set a plan, guess what? You're always going to have one stream of income, and it's only a matter of time until it will probably be cut off. I mean, in 2020, we've seen it happen to millions of people. It's very unfortunate, but it is life, okay? So you have to always plan in advance. Fail to plan, plan to fail.
Like my boy Luda says, it's not the hand you're dealt, it's the way you play your cards. Mm-hmm. Sarit says a lot of funny things. If there's any nurses in the house, She doesn't know if she's talking about veins or arteries or capillaries or capillaries. Capillaries.
I actually know, I do have a bachelor's in biology, so
That's why it's funny.
yeah.
But if you're financially unhealthy, you need more capillaries.
Yeah, seriously. You need more blood to flow through them.
Oh my God.
So you need to have a plan. That's the reality of it, okay? Like, you have to focus on, you want to make more money, which I think it's all clear that we all are, right? You need to focus on having income increments, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. And by the way, I gave you guys a 5% example. I think that 5% is kind of aggressive, to be honest, right? But just putting it out there, right? Like, you can start with 1%. Who cares? Let's say if you make $5,000 a month, right? Like, make it a goal to do $50, right? Let's say you're like, you know what?
How can I make an extra $50 this month?
How can I make an extra $50? Okay, like, you know, you can start driving for Lyft. Okay, how many rides do I need to do on Lyft in order to make it? 10? Okay, great. How much time do I have to invest with regards to doing that? Maybe 5 hours? 2 hours? I don't know. That's it. That's all it takes. Like, once you have a roadmap, then it shows you the way. Yes, there's gonna be rain, there's gonna be sleet, there's gonna be snow, like there's gonna be like accidents. Who freaking cares? That's what life is all about. Life is all about overcoming. It's not expecting it to come to you. The destination, right? If you're riding to New York, the Empire State Building is not gonna move to you. You have to move to it, right? But you gotta have the knowledge, right? Like, you gotta be in the right environment that supports you. If you're not in a car, I mean, shit, you can run from SoCal to New York. It's gonna take you a long ass time, and it's not gonna be as fun as driving in a car.
Life is
especially if it's a Tesla.
Life is like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Sometimes people throw banana peels right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fucking figure it out.
Yeah. And just because you didn't hit your goal 1 month, doesn't mean that you're not going the right way. Right?
Try again.
But that's why you need to have a plan, right? Because you need to recalibrate at all times. Just like the Tesla, recalibrates 16,000 times every second? It's amazing. Like, recalibration leads to success. It's like, okay,
we're all about Teslas right now.
Yeah, it's like, okay, guess what's gonna be our next car? When we do it.
I want the Y. I want the new one.
But here's the thing, right? Like, okay, what went well? Can I do it again? If so, what do I need to do? What didn't go well? Why didn't go well? You know, maybe I got my period and I was a lazy bitch. That happens. Hey, that happens. We're human, right? So you have to have enough grace with yourself, right? When shit goes sideways or when things don't go as planned, but you have to be like, you know, also hard enough on yourself to like set the expectation and follow through with the expectation.
You don't always.
It's all mindset, you guys. It's mindset and it's environment and it's having the tools and the skills to get you there. Literally, that's that. By the way, you guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, okay, this is Grant Cardone's, it's taken from Cardone U, from Money Making Rule number 2, right? So, like, we signed up to be his licensees, which we signed up into a program where we are...
To essentially be partners with Grant Cardone in what he offers as far as
to partner up with
him
because we believe in what he teaches, because he helped us so much, and we want to teach it to you guys.
I want to say too, like, Grant was the start. He and what he does is not the only thing that has helped us to get to where we are. There's been so many people, so many things along the way. We couldn't even begin to like name them all. But what I will say is that how many months ago, because we got involved within that. That was
January 5th.
That was like the catalyst. Between January 5th and today,
7 months.
We've saved nearly $100,000.
Yep.
Just between January and today. And that was the catalyst. And it didn't even happen starting in January. Starting in January, we were applying the principles. It started in March.
Yes.
Started in April.
And we paid off probably over $50,000 in educational programs.
Yeah.
Right?
And saved.
So, but this is not to toot our horn. It's just, you know, we went out of our way to put ourselves in front of somebody who we believed in and trusted, because it's so hard to find that person, because you become who you surround yourself with. So our standards, you guys, have increased like dramatically. Like we see things so different right now. And that's why I always say this to you guys, and you see it in our ads. When we say, trust us if we say this, if we can, so can you. Like, we're no different than you guys, right? We just happen to create our own luck by putting ourselves in front of the right people. Some of them were better for us, some of them were less better, but sometimes you have to be around a negative group of people in order to realize what it is that you actually need.
Or what not to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's not to toot our horns. It's to say that you can trust the information that we're giving you, because it comes from the catalyst to this growth explosion that we've had. And now, like I said, that is not the only reason. However, this information, and anybody who got like the 7-day trial to Cardone University and you didn't watch it, that sucks, because that was the catalyst.
It's gold. It's gold.
If you will apply it, if you will listen to it, if you will absorb the information, if you will actually do it, it is 1,000% worth it.
It will transform your life. It's not going to happen overnight.
It's like what we do with health and fitness in the financial industry.
Yeah, 100%. Right? So you guys, as his licensees, by partnering with him, we are able to give you guys a 7-day free trial to his Cardone use. So you guys can listen to the same videos that we listen to. To be honest with you guys, when I work out, that's all I listen to. I immerse myself.
Reggie, you said you do it every day. 10X community?
I love it.
Is that what we're talking about?
I think so. Reggie, are you the track and field athlete? Comment yes if you do. If so, I want to connect with you. But if not, it's really cool that you're here. But yeah, if you guys want access to, okay, cool. Can you do me a favor and DM me after this? I'd love to get in touch with you and talk about something hopefully really cool. But if you guys want access to Cardone U for free for 7 days, it's incredible. It doesn't.
Don't ask me for free access for 7 days if you're not going to do it. I think I gave it to like 10 people, and then I followed up, and it was like 2 people looked at it for like a day. Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is an important lesson on the value of your dollar, and when you pay for something versus when you don't. When you don't pay for something, there's no value to it. When you pay for something, you pay attention and you do it.
Yeah.
Right? So when we say you got to pay to coach with us, that's because you're going to pay attention and you're going to show up and you're going to follow through, because now you have something to lose. When you get something for free, how often does it end up in the trash?
You guys go to our YouTube and see like the Rise Above program, right? Like how many people actually went through the 14 days.
Look at the views on day 1 versus the views on day 14.
So it's a completely free program. I mean, the ones who followed through, you know the value of it. Shit, some of you guys like freaking lost like 18 pounds, are now a size down from it.
For free.
For free. Like dollar for dollar, how much would you actually pay had you known that? Right? However, right, if you look at our YouTube stats, right, day 1 had like 9,000 views. Day 14 had like 1,000 views. There's a 90% drop off, because you guys, when shit's for free, you don't pay attention. When you pay attention. That's just how it is. That's why everybody who's in the Inner Circle program is crushing it. Why? Because they are invested. When you're not invested, you're not going to show up, because making that small financial commitment is a symbol of how uncomfortable you're willing to get. And change requires sacrifice. The more you're willing to sacrifice, the more change you're going to create. That's it. But if you're like, you know what, like what you guys are talking about on these money conversations, though you haven't been doing it for, you know, as long as you've been doing the weight loss thing, like I kind of like it. Again, like everything that we teach is from our own life experiences, from our mistakes, trials, tribulations, and of course, through grants mentoring. But if you would like to have access to, you know, the system that we learn from each and every day, then shoot Erin a message.
Only if you're gonna do it. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, views on day 1 of the Rise Above, 9,200 views. Okay, 9,200 views. On day 14, 553 views.
95% drop off, you guys. How sad is that?
That's what happens when you don't pay.
Right.
Cool.
That's that. Okay, well, we hope that you enjoyed today's conversation. Today is day number Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
No.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Day 10 of the In Motion Challenge. Day 10 of the In Motion Challenge. We're almost halfway there, you guys. Okay? Keep pushing it through. This is a game of discipline.
I have another thing to say. Okay. So the number of people who have actually signed up for the Rise Above Challenge. Okay, so we said video number 1 has, hold on, let me find this. This is really good info. It's really dramatic. Video number 1 has 9,200 views, right? Well, I will tell you that if this computer goes at a speed that I want it to, the number of people who have actually signed up for, they went on the thing, they entered their email address, they're like, yeah, I want to do this, is free 14-day Rise Above, 9660. Actually, it's been even more than that, but we automatically unsubscribe people who don't open the first 3 emails. So 9,660 people still exist on there, but I think it's been over 13,000 that have actually entered their email address and said, yeah, I want to do this. And only 9,000 have actually viewed the first workout.
Yeah. 30% drop off.
That's what happens with free.
Yeah.
But you know what? In the upside, we've been able to help
the committed ones.
We've been able to help at least 1,000 of them. Because if you didn't finish the Rise Above, it's probably because you got antsy and went to the burn zone, or you got into the inner circle, or you did something else. So anyways, it doesn't matter. But the only thing is the concept of free has almost no value.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, you guys, it's day 10 of the In Motion Challenge. Okay? Keep pushing. You guys are doing an amazing job. Tomorrow's conversation is going to be our relationship conversation, okay? We're going to pick up from our previous relationship conversation, which was the 6 things that you need to talk about with your partner, okay? During the first episode with regards to that, we went over steps 1 and steps 2. Tomorrow we're going to go through 3 and 4, okay? On that note, we hope that you guys get over the hump, okay? This is a place of no bullshit, hard-headed go-getters who are just passionate about this, making their life and this world a better place. We hope that you guys have a beautiful Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow at 6:30. Bye, guys.